your speech later on today, you'll talk about the legacy of Labor leaders. One of those legacies is the NDIS. Yesterday, you talked about Labor's 6-point plan. What are the 6 points?
The 6 points are what we will do in terms of was outlined by Bill Shorten. What that's about is making sure. What that's about is if you let me answer the question, what that's about is making sure that we take pressure off people who are at the moment having their programs cut. We will make sure that there's administrative efficiency. So much is being wasted. So much is being wasted by the claims that are going forward with legal battles for individuals. What we will do is put people at the centre of the NDIS.
No, Mr Albanese, what are the other 5 points, Mr Albanese?
We will put people... It is all around the theme of
Mr.
putting
Albanese,
people...
you are putting saying you are across your brief.
We will put people...
the 6 points
we
of your
will put
policy?
people at the centre of the NDIS.
The 6 points of your policy, Mr Albanese.
We will put people at the centre of the NDIS. All of our programs are based upon that.
Mr Albanese, you don't know the policy.
Do you not know what it is?
Standing pledge to pay super on top of government-funded parental leave.
Sorry?
Has Labor dumped its long-standing pledge to pay superannuation on top of government-funded parental leave?
We announce our policies. We announce our policies during the campaign. We haven't announced that as a policy. We support paid parental leave. We can't commit to everything that we committed to during the last campaign.
Your policy, though, do you? You were asked about this yesterday, what your first action would be to try and repair that relationship. You gave a very brief answer. Given the situation has escalated overnight again with Minister Sogavare suggesting that Australia is treating the Solomons like children with guns, can you detail now what you would do to repair that relationship?
Well, what we would do to repair the relationship isn't simple. This is a complex relationship. But the fact that the Prime Minister hasn't picked up the phone to Prime Minister Sogavare says an enormous amount about what is needed in terms of that relationship. So we've outlined a comprehensive Pacific plan. It's about increased aid. It's about dealing with climate change, including hosting a COP along with the Pacific Island nations. It's about people-to-people relations, including parliamentary visits. It's about making sure that we have a migration program that allows people from the Pacific to settle here. What they will do is make remittances back to the Solomons and back to other Pacific Island nations. Well, the government has dropped the ball on the Pacific right now. And during this period, we haven't even had serious visits from the Foreign Minister or the Defence Minister to the Solomons.
Reported saying that extra spending promised during the election campaign from both sides of politics is adding to inflation pressures, and that the federal budget, the government's federal budget, was the cause of the interest rate hike this week. Will you guarantee that under a Labor government you will not be overspending to help with cost of living pressures, and in what way?
Look, one of the big issues of this election campaign is the quality of the spend. What we will do is cut back on the waste and the rorts of this government. And today at ACCI I'll be outlining our plan for expenditure that will grow productivity. Our plan to grow productivity by having better industrial relations. Our plan to grow productivity through programs like this here. Our program to grow productivity through childcare that produces a return. All of the economists will say that for every dollar invested, you get $2 back.